The Shaktipāta phenomenon, true transmission or ego projection. Unveiling the mystery of energy transfer and spiritual initiation. What happens when a glance electrifies your spine? When the presence of a teacher stills your thoughts, or triggers visions, tears, or trembling without a single word spoken? Is it grace descending, or is it imagination rising? This mystery has surrounded one of the most sacred and controversial aspects of the spiritual path. Shaktipāta, the descent of energy, the transmission of awakening. Some say it's the mark of an enlightened master. Others say it's subtle manipulation or projection from the seeker's own mind. So what is it? In this video, we'll explore the phenomenon of Shaktipāta, its traditional roots, energetic effects, signs of authenticity, and how to discern true transmission from egoic illusion. 1. What is Shaktipāta? Shaktipāta comes from two words, Shakti, meaning spiritual power or divine energy, Pata, meaning descent or falling. Together it means the descent of spiritual energy into the seeker. It is often described as a moment of profound awakening, where one's inner fire is ignited not by effort but by contact, a glance, a mantra, a touch, even silence. But here's the key. In classical yogic tradition, Shaktipāta is not simply emotional intensity. It is the energetic transference of awakened consciousness from one who is established in the self to one who is ready to receive. The source? The Shaiva and Tantric lineages describe it vividly, particularly in the Kashmir Shaivism tradition. In the Shiva Sutras, it is written, liberation comes from the descent of Shakti. But not all transmissions are the same. The levels of Shaktipāta. According to ancient texts, Shaktipāta occurs in different intensities. In Tantra Loka, 7 levels are described, from the highest, which results in instant liberation, to the lowest, which simply creates spiritual curiosity. Here are a few simplified tiers. 1. Supreme Shaktipāta, instant absorption into self-realization, rare. 2. High Shaktipāta, awakens intense desire for liberation and meditation. 3. Medium Shaktipāta, leads to gradual purification and spiritual practice. 4. Mild Shaktipāta, awakens interest but may fade without discipline. This helps explain why some people experience a massive energetic opening after meeting a teacher, while others feel little more than peace or clarity. It also highlights this truth. Shaktipāta is not a performance. It's not a psychic show. It is the quiet lightning of divine energy aligning with readiness. What does true Shaktipāta feel like? Real Shaktipāta is often described in paradox. It is subtle but undeniable, vibrational yet silent, personal yet universal. Here are common signs reported by seekers across traditions. A sudden inner stillness, as if the mind has stopped without effort, an upsurge of bliss or energy rising up the spine, spontaneous tears or laughter without cause, loss of body awareness or expansion beyond the form, a deep recognition of the self without concept or language. But here's what it is not: a temporary high with no inner transformation, a sense of personal power or superiority, dramatic physical effects that become self-focused. True Shaktipāta does not inflate the ego, it disarms it. It leads you toward stillness, not showmanship. 4. Transmission or projection. How to tell the difference? This is the sacred question. How do we know it's real? Many sincere seekers are sensitive, imaginative, and open to subtle experience, but that openness can also blur the line between transmission and projection. Here are 5 clear distinctions to help you discern. 1. Authentic Shaktipāta leads inward. Ego-based projections lead outward to obsession with the teacher, status, or experiences. True transmission deepens your silence. Projection often leads to emotional dependence or fantasy. 3. Genuine Shaktipāta inspires humility. Projection often feeds spiritual ambition or superiority. 4. True energy is self-sustaining. You begin to feel the inner current even without the teacher present. 5. Transmission brings discernment. Projection brings confusion. The deepest sign, if your inner witness becomes stronger, clearer, more steady, that's real. 5. Who can transmit Shaktipāta? Traditionally, Shaktipāta is said to flow only through one who is established in the self, not someone with techniques, not someone with charisma, but someone who has merged with pure awareness. In some lineages, Shaktipāta is intentional, given by mantra, touch, or gaze. In others, it is spontaneous. Just the presence of the realized one opens the veil. But here is a sacred truth. Even the divine can initiate you directly. Shaktipāta can happen in a dream, through a mantra you hear, or in deep meditation, when grace finds no obstruction. Your readiness matters more than their method. 6. How to prepare yourself for grace. You cannot demand Shaktipāta, but you can become ready for it. Here is how. Purify your intention. Seek truth. Establish inner stillness through meditation and mantra. Let go of fantasies. Don't chase fireworks. Await the sacred flame. Honor the teacher, but do not idolize. The transmission is from source, not personality. Be consistent. Grace descends where sincerity abides. Think of it this way. Shaktipāta is lightning, but lightning only strikes when the ground is prepared. 7. Final reflection. The silent spark. Not all teachers transmit. Not all seekers receive. But when it happens, even once, your life is never the same. Shaktipāta is the moment the drop remembers the ocean, and yet still appears as a drop. It is not the end of the path. It is the ignition. Whether it comes through a glance, a mantra, or your own inner silence, receive it not with pride, but with wonder. Because in the end, Shaktipāta is not something you get. It is something you recognize was already within you. If this helped you understand the mystery of Shaktipāta more clearly, please like, subscribe, and share it with fellow seekers. And in the next video, we'll go even deeper into the witnessing awareness itself, with a teaching called The Yogic Art of Being Witness to the Witness. Until then, may your inner fire be still and your silence full of light.